far, no big movement at Columbia University. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Instead, tense remain as protesters defy a university deadline that already passed to leave their encampment or be suspended.
The NYPD is on high alert. We saw more officers kind of lining up outside of the main gates here. I did reach out to some NYPD sources who tell me they still did not get a call yet from Columbia's president, Manu Shafiq, right, who told these students that she was no longer going to negotiate with them. Negotiations had stopped and they needed to leave.
Fox's Alexis McAdams at Columbia, where again police have gathered outside campus. The university president has said it would be counterproductive to call them back in. Protests grew there and around the country after the encampment was initially cleared by police earlier this month. Protesters at the University of Wisconsin-Madison today joining the call for divestment from Israel. On some campuses, police are still being used to address protesters not following school rules. More arrests underway now at the University of Texas in Austin and earlier today at the University of Georgia. At the White House,
it is a painful moment that Americans are dealing with, and free expression has to be done within the law. And, we're going to continue to be very clear about that. That has not changed. We've been very consistent.
Spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre says President Biden is against any violent rhetoric and that anti-Semitism is hate speech. The Biden administration says 5 Israeli military units violated U.S. law with gross human rights abuses. State Department's deputy spokesperson Vedant Patel says all of the incidents were before October 7th and none were in Gaza.
In 4 of those instances, as I just said, we have seen remediation of those violations, and that is, of course, what we expect of partners.
He says Israel submitted more information about the 5th unit. All of the units still eligible to receive U.S. arms at this time. America's listening to Fox News.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up?
I'm tired of feeling so bloated.
That used to be me. Then I got this.
Align bloating relief plus food digestion. A probiotic, right?
Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align bloating relief plus food digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
Progressive presents 10 things on a plumber's to-do list that are harder than getting a small business insurance quote. Waking up for 5 a.m. plumbing disasters, finding out why water is pouring from the ceiling, replacing a pipe in a home from the 1800s, then dealing with invoices or your awkward apprentice or that really weird smell, and then there's breathing and eating and, of course, clogs. But the easiest thing on any small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you could save on the business insurance that's right for you. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers.
A long cleanup beginning in small towns in Oklahoma where tornadoes flattened homes and buildings, killing at least 4 people. A 5th death had been reported after tornadoes first began in parts of the Midwest on Friday. Today, damage assessments continue. Price hikes in California a month after the state raised the minimum wage to $20 an hour for fast food workers.
Market research firm Data Central finds that fast food and fast casual chains have increased prices by 10% overall across California since September when the state approved the new minimum wage. Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Chipotle, Shake Shack, and Taco Bell have taken the largest average menu price increases. That's from data in the Los Angeles, Sacramento, San Diego, and San Francisco markets.
Fox Business's Kelly Saberi. Critics say the law is costing people money and jobs. Supporters say the minimum wage had fallen behind inflation for years. An iconic boxer is now set for a match against a controversial YouTube star.
Fighting with a professional record of 50 wins, 44 by knockout, and 6 defeats, his last pro fight 20 years ago, former heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson. His opponent, 31 years younger, Jake Paul. The greatest age disparity for any professional boxing match. Most Valuable Promotions told ESPN Monday over the past 6 weeks it has worked with its partners to satisfy the requirements of the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations. It will be a pro fight that will count against each boxer's official record. 8 rounds, 2 minutes each, with the fighters to wear 14-ounce gloves. Scheduled for July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. To be streamed live on Netflix. Jared Max, Fox News.
Stocks turning lower an hour to the close. The Dow's now up only 14 points. The S&P and the NASDAQ are in the red. I'm Lisa Brady. This is Fox News.
Good afternoon. I'm Andrea Drake with your local and regional news from the Sierra Radio Network newsroom. Here's what's happening. Lassen will lose an ambulance with an updated SEMSA contract, yet OES says it's never been staffed. Silas Rojas, Emergency Services Chief for the Lassen County Office of Emergency Services, updated the Board of Supervisors last week regarding a modified contract between NorCal EMS and SEMSA, the ground ambulance service provider for the county, in which reduces SEMSA's requirements.
SEMSA effectually, for the entire term of the new contract, has not staffed 4 ambulances. They've only been able to staff 3 ambulances, and there's multiple reasons why that is. Most of it's employee-driven. It's hard to find paramedics. They can't find the staffing to have that 4th ambulance staff. So this modification allows them to reduce to 3, but it also, the third part of the modification, increases their penalties. Currently their penalties are $250 if they don't staff that 4th ambulance. Now, if they are unable to staff all 3 ambulances, if they have only 2 ambulance staff for 2 hours or longer, the penalty is $6,000.
Supervisor Ingram supported this higher insurance policy, claiming they needed more skin in the game. Rojas assured the supervisors that it is extremely rare that SEMSA would not be able to staff all 3 of the ambulances. Yet concerns were raised by the board regarding transports from the prison, claiming that High Desert often tied up an ambulance. Rojas understood the board's sentiments, stating he was aware that High Desert State Prison is in talks of staffing their own ground transport, yet was not privy to the details of those conversations. Rojas did express hesitancy, however, to losing the prison's calls for service, especially in light of an impending EMS request for proposal.
That's a paying customer to an ambulance service, and so if you remove those calls, that could make the Lassen County EOA not a profitable endeavor for an ambulance company. So that's just something to consider.
Rojas suggested the county could rather have conversations with CDCR to increase efficiency so as not to disrupt the very delicate ambulance service the county currently has. The supervisors unanimously approved of those changes. The contract between SEMSA and NorCal EMS must be approved by the state and is set to expire in June of 2025. It hasn't happened in over 20 years. Lassen College baseball has clinched a coveted playoff spot, ranking an impressive 9th out of 42 teams. The Cougars have also secured the honor of hosting the regional playoffs, marking a historic moment for the college. The announcement has sparked excitement as community prepares to rally behind the team. As anticipation builds for the upcoming playoffs, supporters are urged to fill the stands and show their unwavering support. The journey to this point has been one of dedication and perseverance, and the Cougars are poised to make their mark on the postseason stage. That first game is set for this Friday, May 3rd at 3 p.m., followed by a Saturday game at 11. The Susanville City Council meets with a packed agenda this Wednesday, a wide range of matters to be discussed, spanning budget allocations, infrastructure projects, and community engagement initiatives. Public hearings will be centered on approving a cost report and lien for a home on Russell Street, a significant step towards addressing property-related code enforcement issues. And in news business, council members will be tackling the fiscal year's budget, as well as proposed procurement and credit card policies to enhance financial transparency and efficiency. Resolutions regarding street closures for Pantera Plaza for this season's farmers market, adjustment to several budgets, including the water budget to cover related costs to water operations, and agreements for infrastructure repairs are among some of those agenda items. Additionally, the council will deliberate topics such as community engagement strategies, code enforcement policies, and updates to the city's website. The council convenes in City Hall at 5 p.m. The agenda can be found on the city's website. And your summer travel along I-80 is facing some disruption due to emergency repairs. I'll have all those details coming up for you and more local news on 93 JDX 1240 KSUE.
Are you a graduating senior or a returning college student? If so, you are invited to apply for the LMUD Community Scholarship. LMUD will award 3 scholarships to deserving students whose primary residence is served by the utility. Visit lmud.org to download the scholarship application. Some restrictions and limitations apply. Please submit applications to the LMUD office located at 65 South Roop Street by April 29th. For questions or more information, please give us a call at 257-4174. When the loss of a loved one falls upon your family, note that all of us at Fink Funeral Home are here to support you and consider it an honor to serve your family. We are here to help pre-plan and plan for your family funeral service needs so your family can rest more easily. And now Fink Funeral Home has their new website they encourage you to visit to learn more about their services. Visit finkfuneralhome.com, finkfuneralhome.com, or call 530-257-4414.
Spring has sprung, and that means it's time to plan for your summer road trips. With Carlson's Tire Pros by your side, your vehicle will be ready to see the mountains, beaches, and everything in between. With Carlson's Tire Pros' full line of Michelin tires and products, you'll have the peace of mind to hit that road no matter what you drive. Visit in-store in Susanville or online at carlsonstirepros.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
Time spent hunting or raising livestock, and now it's time to reap the harvest. The Indian Valley Butchers in Greenville processes what you've spent so much time raising and hunting. From beef, hogs, lamb, goats, and bison to wild game, Indian Valley's been doing it right since 2022. Meat is vacuum sealed for superior freshness. Call for our schedule 530-282-1221. Email at IndianValleyButchers@gmail.com, or find us and message us on Facebook. Serving Plumas, Lassen, and Sierra counties, Indian Valley Butchers.
1211 local news on 93 JDX 1240 KSUE. If you have I-80 travel plans, Caltrans is preparing you to brace for delays and lane closures as emergency repair work continues in Placer, Nevada and Sierra counties. After an extensive field review of the I-80 corridor last year, the department determined that cracks, potholes, and deep road ruts likely would not hold up through another winter. A total of over $107 million has been allocated for those emergency contracts. Caltrans has issued a detailed breakdown of lane closures and anticipated disruptions for this week. Those lane closures will affect both directions of I-80. Westbound closures will be continuous from the Nevada state line to Floreston, Castle Peak to Soda Springs, and Troy to Cisco Grove. Eastbound closures will run from Immigrant Gap to Yuba Pass and from Yuba Pass to Troy. The project begins with pavement repairs today in the Boca area through the Donner Pass inspection facility. Delays in this area will persist through September 1st, yet are only expected to be 10 to 15 minutes. More closures for the King Vale to Truckee area are expected after the Labor Day weekend. That will start Tuesday, September 5th. Officials say to expect delays and explore alternative routes to minimize your travel inconvenience. As repair work progresses, Caltrans will provide updates about any developments or changes in the schedule. Dog owners are on alert after the California Department of Fish and Wildlife warns of fatal salmon poisoning. The potential fatal condition affects dogs after they have eaten raw or cold smoked fish like trout and salmon that are infected with a parasitic flatworm known as fluke. The parasite naturally occurs in Northern California waters, and dog owners are advised to be cautious and protect their pets from salmon, steelhead, trout, and other freshwater fish carcasses. Once cooked, these species of fish are safe to eat and do not pose any harm to humans. CDFW officials say if you think your dog has eaten or is suspected of eating raw fish, watch for signs of the disease. Symptoms are similar to distemper and may include a rise in body temperature, loss of appetite, gastrointestinal issues, listlessness, and or rapid weight loss. If signs of the disease do appear, promptly take your dog to a veterinarian. Salmon poisoning disease is treatable if caught in time. Death usually occurs within 2 weeks of eating the infected fish if left untreated. While all fish caught or originating from streams in California could potentially be infected, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife cautions that trout stocked in some waters within the CDFW's north central region, which does include Plumas and Sierra County, are more likely to be infected with the flukes that cause the salmon poisoning disease. And that is what's happening today from your only local news radio, keeping you informed and connected to your communities throughout Lassen, Plumas, and Sierra counties. Northeast California weather. And at 12:14, time to take a look at your 3-day northeastern California weather. Currently at 60 degrees outside the studios here in Susanville. We're going to remain under sunny skies. Highs warming up near 65, but it's going to continue to be breezy. Winds gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Clear skies overnight. Lows down to about 33. Another round of sunshine. A warm up to 67 for tomorrow. Winds still gusting at about 20 miles per hour. Clear skies for your Tuesday night. Lows dropping down to about 30. Another round of sunshine for your Wednesday. Slightly cooler, highs in the lower 60s. All your weather updates are heard right here throughout your day, as well as while you're on the go through our app, Sierra Daily News. Also found on our website, SierraDailyNews.com, are obituaries provided by Fink's Funeral Home. Here is today's announcement. A celebration of life for Larry T. Lee Terrell will be held Saturday, May 4th at 2 p.m. in the Lassen High School Student Center. Larry retired from teaching and coaching at Lassen and Herlong back in 2001. Again, that's a celebration of life for Larry Lee Terrell, Saturday, May 4th at 2 p.m. Those are your Monday noon updates for today. We'll, of course, have more local news updates coming up for you on Live at 5 with your hosts Amanda and Aaron. And don't forget about the annual Children's Fair. That's happening this Saturday at the Lassen County Fairgrounds. Gates are opening at 10 a.m. This is an event that you want to attend with the family, and it's going to be free. Enjoy lots of entertainment, everything from face painting to clowns to live music, and, of course, lots of good things to eat. And the best part, Aaron and Amanda from the JDX Live at 5 team will be there broadcasting starting at 10 from our remote broadcast center. So make sure to stop by and visit us, and you can spin the JDX and Burger King winning wheel. Amanda will be giving away those Burger King soft serve cones. Perfect in time for this nice weather we've been getting. So we'll see you all this Saturday at the annual Children's Fair. From the Sierra Radio Network newsroom, I'm Andrea Drake. Thanks for joining me with your news at noon. Stick around. Your checkup on health is coming up next. Then more of Sierra's Best Country on 93 JDX and Fox Across America, Jimmy Fela on 1240 KSUE.
Providers and staff at Northeastern Rural Health Clinic would like to remind you to schedule your annual wellness exam. Seeing your medical provider for regular checkups and lab work helps to better manage health problems and even prevent many health problems. Most insurance will be covered for the full cost of the exam. Call today to schedule your annual wellness exam. If you are a patient at Northeastern or Westwood Family Practice and have no insurance, ask about our sliding fee and discount lab programs to see if you qualify. Call Northeastern Health Clinic at 251-5000 to schedule your exam today. That number again is 251-5000. A service of Northeastern Rural Health Clinic, where quality health care is your choice and our commitment.
Check up on health with Chris Whitting.
Plasticizers, used to make plastic more flexible and more durable. They're so widely used that today they show up inside almost all of us. James Rogers, Director of Food Safety Research and Testing at Consumer Reports, outlines the health concerns.
These chemicals will interfere with the production and the level of different hormones in the human body, hormones like estrogen. And so when you disrupt hormone production in your body, there are a number of things that can happen, including an increased risk of several health problems such as diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, and certain cancers.
His advice?
It's not very clear what the level of bisphenols that you need to actually give you high risk, so we say do not eat any of them.
With Checkup on Health, I'm Chris Whitting.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Don't worry, we got you covered. More of Fox Across America coming up
on KSUE, Susanville. Their way to play nice in the sandbox, but we certainly were because we're capable of doing that. Because at the end of the day, the Republican Party, okay, is the fun side right now. We're not canceling people. We're not pro-censorship. We're trying to have the idea battle. We're booking liberals on our air.